guys, so today I decided to do this makeup look for you here. This beautiful shadow from Urban Decay. This is the Solstice shadow and it is just exceptional, and I just knew that I had to do a look for it. It has this red undertone with this teal glitter on top. Guys, I was playing around with ways to use it because I found it quite a hard shadow to use. In the video I talk more in depth about the texture of it and what I think you need to do to get the best use out of it, but definitely watch this video and check it out because it did take me a couple of goes before I really got a handle on it and before I really enjoyed using it. And I just think it is such a special and unique shadow and unlike anything else that I have ever used, so I am really glad to have this in my collection. I also use the Melt Cosmetics stacks, which I know are expensive. Any of the shadows that I have used throughout this tutorial you can definitely substitute for your own shadows. If you had any dupe options, please do leave it in the comment section so that other people can check it out. And I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you guys about. Please do subscribe and let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to be starting out with the eyes, mostly because I have used this shadow before, which is the beautiful Urban Decay Moondust shadow, and I do know that there was quite a lot of fallout when I used it. I'm going to be starting with my MAC Paintpot, and I'm going to be taking that all over my lid. Then I'm going to be taking the Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter stack. I'm going to first be taking the shade Blur, which is this really neutral brown shade, and I'm going to be taking that on a Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush and putting that all over my lid. So I don't want to take this all the way up to the brow bone, but I do want to put it all over the mobile lid and just above the crease. Then I'm going to be further defining my crease with the shade Unseen from the Melt stack as well, which is a slightly deeper brown shade, and I'm going to be concentrating that right into the crease to add dimension and also to help even more so with the blending out of the next shade that I'm going to be putting on. So I have used this shadow before and I do know that it has a beautiful red undertone which is really unique, so I really want to bring out the red tones because the teal is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but when I last used it my look turned out quite cool toned because the teal was so overpowering, so I really want to bring out more of that red and do a really warm toned eye with just something different which will come from the teal glitter. This shadow is in the shade Enigma and I'm going to be taking a small amount of that onto the same brush and I'm going to be working that again into the crease, making sure not to blend too high. So I'm doing windshield wiper motions right across the eye like this, but I'm not blending in circular motions right up to the brow bone like I would with other shadows. This eye is the one I always get stuck on. I don't know what it is, it's different shape to the other one, I swear to God. So I really need to like keep checking in the mirror to make sure that it is rounded because I have like maybe a more prominent brow bone on this side slightly, so when I'm doing my shadow I will see that like I haven't gone up high enough on this side or it's a little bit, I don't know, wonky or crooked. I think I actually will go into a little bit of that Lovesick colour. This is Lovesick and this is Enigma. Enigma's more of a brown burgundy and Lovesick's more of a true red. So I am just going to put a little bit of that into my crease. If your shadow isn't blending as well as you want, you can go back in with that Blur shade and another brush and just go over the edges. This Blur shade is designed to be able to blend out the other shades because it's quite a light neutral tone. So I'm going to put that onto my ring finger and I'm just going to dab it onto the lid where I want it, and then I'm going to be blending it out with a brush. So I'm just going to take that all over the lid. If you had a glitter glue, this would be the perfect time to use it. Okay, so now I'm going to be going into the star of the show, which is my Urban Decay Solstice eyeshadow. You can see here it's a duochrome of red undertones and teal glitter. And I'm going to be taking that again on my shader brush. I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to do some really light blending just so the line's not so harsh, but I don't actually want to take the glitter into the crease where we have laid down the other shadow. Then I think on my finger I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm just going to dab it into the very center of my eye and also on my inner corner. Now just in the waterline I'm just taking my NARS Long Lasting pencil. This is in Rue Bonaparte On my face, I'm going to be going on the perimeters of my face with my Step 1 Hydrating Primer, and on the centre of my face, my Step 1 Smoothing Primer. These are both by Makeup Forever. So I definitely think it was a really good idea to first do my eyeshadow because I have a lot of fallout underneath my eyes of the teal glitter. That shadow is stunning though, once you learn how to work with it, I think. The first time I used it, I was so disappointed because the colour payoff wasn't nearly as good as I wanted it to. But you need to have that sticky base on right before you pack it on, because otherwise all you're getting is teal glitter and you're getting none of that beautiful red undertone. So that is all on, and now I'm going to be taking my Step 1 Smoothing Primer, and I'm going to be taking a small amount of that and working it just into where I have pores and underneath my eyes and all that kind of stuff. So really just the centre of my face. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking 2 pumps of my Makeup Forever HD foundation. I'm also going to be taking a small amount of my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. About 2 parts foundation to 1 part Shimmering Skin Perfector. Just going to mix those two together and put them on dots around my face just to add a little bit more luminosity because my skin has been a bit drier recently. So I'm just going to put that over my face, and with my beauty blender I'm just going to be patting that and working that into the skin. That shadow is so beautiful. I'll show you it swatched so you can see what I mean when I say that it just didn't show up very well. It was just average. So you can see that there is with the shadow base and that there is swatched with my finger. So it is definitely not as special when you put it on by itself. It's actually not something I would buy at all if I went into Sephora and swatched it. But on an eyeshadow base, it's really, really cool. Okay, so underneath my eyes I'm going to be taking my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one here is in Vanilla. And I'm going to be taking that, as I always do, in a V shape and on the centre of my face as well. As with all new fads these days, I need to be on that. So I'm going to be taking some of my Laura Mercier translucent powder just on the little puff that you get with it, and I'm just going to be baking. So now I'm going to be doing my brows, and I will do this off camera because you guys know brows, okay? I trust you. You guys know it. If you did want me to do an updated brow tutorial where you can actually see my face in the frame, let me know and I will acquire some help to allow me to do that for you. Now I am just going to wipe away that excess powder. Alright, so I'm just going to be touching up that inner corner a little bit, and then going underneath my eyes with that Enigma shade. And I'm going to be taking that all the way in to meet my inner circle. If you are a bit worried about looking diseased with red right around your eyes, you can definitely 100% just go with the brown, or an even like a warmer tone brown like Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek or something, and put that underneath the lash line instead. I don't care if people think that I'm diseased. Right, so for the lower lashes I'm going to be taking my Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. It just has this really cute little wand that I find is both good for making sure that your lashes are like well separated and really long, but also hard to use because it's such a tiny little bloody brush and like it's just hard to control. I don't want to do too much for the upper lash line, like I don't want to put liner on because I don't want to cover any of this beautiful shadow, but I am going to be taking my Marc Jacobs Highliner in black, which is a cute little retractable pencil, and I will be doing the upper waterline. This eyeliner is so nice. It smudges really well. It gives you enough time to smudge, but once it sets, it's there all day. It is awesome. Then I'm going to be taking my Benefit Rollerlash. This is a little sample size. This mascara is really nice. Like, it adds a lot of volume and makes your lashes super fluttery, so maybe I don't even need false lashes. Then I'm going to try doing a second coat with my second favourite mascara, which is my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. And I'm just going to see how those two layer, because they both have like a really similar fluttery lash effect. So I wonder if they will just look amazing together. I'm actually liking it. It's definitely lengthening my lashes a whole lot more than just the roller lashes. That's nice. I don't want to look like, I don't want to have spidery lashes, so I'm not going to take it any further than that. I'm going to be taking my NARS Laguna to bronze on my Morphe E3 brush, which is a really nice tapered, soft bronzing brush, and I'm going to sweep that all over the face, really around the perimeters of the face. Now for my contour I'm going to be using the shade Subconscious from my Kat Von D palette, which is this cool toned shade here, and I'm just going to take it on my Zoeva Luxe highlight brush, and then I'm going to be taking it where I bronze but keeping it closer to the hairline. So I'm just deepening it up around where I did, whereas with the bronze I went all over here. I'm keeping the contour right at the hairline to add some realistic depth, and then I like to take it down here and there. And then I will also take the darkest peachy shade here on my Real Techniques setting brush, and I will just clean that up. With the highlight shades in the center, I'm just going to, I don't know, put it wherever I want. Lightly set that so that the next product doesn't immediately adhere. So with a clean E3 brush, I'm going to be taking my Hourglass Ambient palette, and I'm going to be taking a mixture of these two and running that underneath my eyes to set it, and also in the center of my face. When I mix them together, it's quite a natural glow, and then what I will do is I will take the side of the brush, the ethereal light by itself, and I will add a more dramatic and drastic highlight. And then just for giggles, I think I'll take my Merry Luminizer by the Balm, which is a way more intense highlight, and I'm going to be just popping that very specifically on the places that I want more. Oh goodness. Changed my mind. I also want it down the center of the face. Contour shade, and I'm just going to lightly contour my nose because now I decided to put some heavy highlight on it. It has brought it more to attention, if that makes sense. So I do just want to make it appear to be slightly slimmer. That's what's so fun with makeup. You don't know where it's going to take you. You know, you start off doing it, then you all of a sudden get overwhelmed by the beautiful highlight and want to slap it all over your face. Now I'm going to be taking this beautiful blush by Urban Decay, which is called Fetish, and I'm going to be taking that onto my cheeks. I like to do my highlight before I do my blush because then my highlight blends in. So that is pretty much the face done. I do like to go quite heavy-handed with my blush because in, you know, about an hour it's all gone. But I'm going to set all of that with, I swear to God, somebody needs to send help. My desk is a mess. So I'm going to set all that with my Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. And then for my lips, I'm going to be using my NYX Peekaboo Neutral Lip Liner. I might just leave the lip there. It's quite nice with everything else being shiny that the lips are matte. I think I really like that look. So I hope that you guys really liked this look. If you did, please subscribe and connect with me on any of my other social medias. I will leave all of that information, including all of the products that I use for this look, in the information box, so check it out if you want to know anything else. If you have any suggestion for any other videos that you think that I should do, please also leave that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!